Hi there. I'm excited to show you around our new Practice Smart reports for faculty. As we just learned, Practice Smart are the quizzes that are available to all of your students within the Aquifer platform. So, students can take Practice Smart totally on their own. And then you can come into this handy reports dashboard and take a look at their performance and help you identify curricular gaps. Okay, so when we open up our Practice Smart report, we've got some great statistics across the top, and these are for our entire program for all of the students who have completed Practice Smart questions within the date range on our report. So we can see our students are averaging 72%. We also have a new metric that compares our students' performance to the average of all other Aquifer users. So, as you drill down to the systems and the disciplines and the learning objectives, that can help you gauge if the issue and the learning gaps might be just for your students or if they're actually across the board. Then, as we look down at the table of data, we've got kind of a quick overview here with our rainbow color coded progress bars for each system. So, this is showing us our students' overall accuracy in each of these areas, along with that comparison metric. And we can use this to navigate through all the different levels of detail so that if we needed to drill down to the learning objective level and see exactly what in gastrointestinal are my students missing, where are they excelling, I can see all of that information here on the table. So I've got the learning objective, I've got those accuracy and comparison metrics, I can see how many students this is affecting, and importantly, I can see the related aquifer case. Because if I do uncover a gap here, this makes it really easy for me to know what to do about it, right? So if my students are struggling here, they aren't because it's showing 100%. But if we scroll down to the bottom, okay, this area where I'm at 31%, ooh, that's not so good. I may want to assign this aquifer case to this group of students. You can also click in and see exactly what the questions were that your students were struggling with, along with the answer explanations. So you can really drill down to the level of detail that you need for your specific instance when you're doing your curricular analysis. A couple other great features. So we also have a discipline view tab, which gives you the overview of the broader disciplines. And then it also breaks things down by systems. So you can slice and dice your information that way. And again, you've got this view with the LOs and the related cases if you need it. You can also go by most miss. Yeah, and we've got filters across the top, right? So maybe I'm not so interested in how all the students at my whole institution are doing. I really only want to look at the performance information for the students in my rotation. So I've got a drop down here and I can grab a custom course, grab a signature course, and then I'm looking at only the students who are in this course and the content related to this course in my report. So now I can see, like, okay, what are my most missed areas for this specific course? It makes it really easy to go through and figure those things out. And we've always got this related case right here for you. So you have a next step to take when you do find an issue. Okay, so now I want to jump over to Aquifer Calibrate. So this is the assessment system that you can decide to administer to your students. We have a variety of disciplines available. And what I want to show you is that we've changed the exam experience so that students can easily add to-dos to their case list. And more importantly, after each question, the student will immediately see the answer and answer explanation. So as they're going through the exam, they're getting immediate feedback on their performance and they're filling that knowledge gap right there on the spot. And if they've selected the auto add to-dos, this case now goes on their to-do list so they can go back and take a look at that later. So this is a really important update that we've heard from faculty and from students that they are really looking for from Aquifer. And so we're excited that we were able to make this change last spring. And this is now available for all Calibrate users. So now let's take a look at a couple of new things in the Calibrate faculty reports. So in addition to the reports that take a look at your cohort results and your curriculum, you can now come to your course report. So let's say you've used Amy's excellent course builder to create a custom course just for your students. You've handpicked their content. So, your course report now, in addition to showing all the cases and integrated illness scripts that you may have assigned and their completion status for your students, also includes your Calibrate result. You can take a look at each student's detailed results. This is a new thing that we've added recently. So, if maybe I'm meeting with Noah for a remediation session or a mid clerkship feedback talk, and I'm going to go over his detailed learning needs, I can click on this link and I can see his detailed results on this Calibrate assessment. So I get an overview at the top, and then I get the item level details down here. So I can see learning objectives, I can see teaching points, I can see the related aquifer case that could help fill the gap. I can also see if this is already on Noah's to-do list. So here it looks like he was adding some cases. Hopefully he's trying to get on top of his learning, and I can see what's not yet assigned. I can also use these filters to help identify trends in learning. So I've really got a lot of powerful information so that Noah and I can get on the same page and I can help guide him in what he needs to do next. And one last thing, I want to take a minute to show you what the student's version of their Calibrate reports looks like. So this is Noah's results from his early assessment. So we know he is in the red. His detailed results look really similar to the faculty view. So you know there's consistency across what your students are seeing and what you're seeing. He also gets a summary by system and by clinical focus to help identify trends. And importantly, Noah can create a learning plan right here in our platform. So we can review to-dos and notes and then come down and make observations, insights about trends in learning, come up with practical next steps, accountability plan, make comments, questions, and then importantly, share that with anyone the student chooses. So this can go to academic coach, it could go to a resident that they're working with, a preceptor, clerkship director, anybody who needs to see the student's work and provide help and guidance on what to do next.